What's going on? This thing keeps saying double tap the camera twice, and I double tap it twice. It doesn't do anything. If you can't see me, I'm sorry. I'm not on the road, so like I would actually put on my cart, my light here, but it's not legal to do that here in Florida. So, what's going on, everybody? I'm on the road actually. Look, come on in. Let's talk. Let's talk a little bit. I'm on the road home from work actually. Let's talk about Kareem Hunt being dumb. You know, the story is wacky as hell, and the Chiefs cut him earlier today. The video is pretty damning. I would say it's not as bad as Ray Rice, but it's pretty damn close to the Ray Rice situation. Now, I don't believe the NFL actually didn't know what. I find it hard to believe the NFL did not know there's a video out there for this, considering how thorough they've been in the past about all things in domestic violence or anything like that, of that sort. I find it hard to believe the NFL did not know anything. So I'm kind of on the fence with that. Look, do I think Kareem Hunt deserves a second chance? Yeah, just not right now. The Chiefs did the right thing, and that's just that. Like, to me, it goes back to what I say athletes all the time. Like, stay boring. Don't go out anywhere. Like, be boring. Don't do anything. Just play your game, make your money, and don't be in places where otherwise you would probably get in trouble. You know, and you know, there's rumors about her, the girl in the video that said that probably said the N-word. Who cares? It doesn't matter. You're still in fucking trouble. You know what I mean? So it's frustrating because this has been a great year for the NFL. No kneeling talk, no talk about the anthem, none of that. Up to this point, nothing about domestic violence at all. And then this week we have the Reuben Foster thing, the Reuben Foster situation, which, you know, obviously was pretty fucked up. That whole story in general is actually just insane, and, you know, as a whole, like the whole between him and the ex-girlfriend, whatever she is, and, you know, because she's had a history of lying and stuff, and she actually admitted to lying the last allegation of him hitting her. But my thing is, if you're Reuben Foster, why are you still around this girl? I mean, you're in Tampa, and she's still in Tampa, and you're visiting her. Like, what are you doing? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Some of these athletes, man, they make some stupid decisions, man. Like, stop. Like, think. Like, I always tell my kid also, when you do something, what is your intent? What is your end game? Like, what is your end game? And to me, it's like, if you, I don't care what this girl did, especially with the Kareem Hunt situation. I don't care what she did. Like, it was not going to end well. And if your friends, I don't know who those guys were that were holding them back from the girl initially in the video that TMZ dropped today, but if you, take their advice, go away. Like, let them push you to another room and go away. I imagine they knew the consequences of the action. If you were to approach the girl, you know, which you did, of course, hit her and then kick her after, you know, you're asking for trouble. So, I don't know. It's disappointing because it's been a great football year. You know, had a lot of great teams this year doing some big things. The Chiefs actually are a team right now that can actually. I think they'll win the AFC. I think they'll win the AFC without him. To be honest with you, I think having Spencer Ware as a backup is, you know, obviously it hurts not having Kareem Hunt, but Spencer Ware is not a big drop off if we're being totally honest. So I still think the Chiefs win the AFC even without Kareem Hunt. But it definitely does suck. It definitely is a big loss to the Chiefs moving forward. And again, if for some reason they slip up and lose a game and the Patriots went out, and good Lord, I don't want to even think of the Pats having home field advantage again. I don't want to think about it because obviously that's going to be pretty much almost a shoo-in for them to go to the Super Bowl this year. Again, athletes, stop the heavy drinking, stop the fucking stupidity, stop going to places where you know you get in trouble, stop doing it. It never ends well. Like, good Lord. And the thing is, I'm big on personal accountability. So, take care of your shit, man. Take care of your shit. So, it's really a shame that we had to wake up to this crap today. Kareem Hunt out, cut by the Chiefs. But the Chiefs did the right thing. Again, I still question the NFL and whether or not they actually had the information beforehand. We'll see how this goes. This saga's not over. Not by a long shot. Okay, so hit on 95 now. Let's talk about last night's game. Well, it's almost 12 o'clock, so technically it would be 94. But Cowboy Saints. I got some Cowboy fans down. I know All of a sudden, they beat the Saints. They're getting reckless a little bit, man. Y'all need to chill out. You're a solid team, never wrong. And you win the NFC East. That's clear. You win the NFC East. But can we be real? If you're going to play the Saints again in January in the Superdome, do you really think you have a chance to win that game again? On the road? Like, really, seriously, do you think you have a chance to win that game on the road? No, ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. So, Cowboy fans, your ceiling at this point is winning one playoff game. You might play Seattle or maybe Carolina or one of those other wildcard teams that are still battling out for the 5 or 6 seed in the NFC. But beyond that, y'all ain't beating the Rams or New Orleans in the playoffs on the road. No. Dallas fans need to calm down. See, this is what happens. You guys get to do some nice things and win a couple games here. All of a sudden, you guys think you're the best team in football. Like, calm your ass down. Like, seriously, calm your ass down. You're not winning the NFC. You win the NFC East by default because of obviously not having Alex Smith and the Eagles, of course, falling apart because they decided to be a one-hit wonder. Which, as a Giant fan, I don't care personally. But y'all don't win the NFC. Come on, y'all not beat New Orleans again in New Orleans. Come on, let's stop that. But I will say this much: this is on the cross my mind again for the second week in a row. Watching Dallas and watching Dallas through this last was it a 3-game winning streak? Can you imagine? And look, I'm not a Cowboys fan in the slightest at all. You guys know that. Big Giants fans, so obviously you know that. You obviously know that. But what if Tony Romo had this kind of defense, at any point of his career in Dallas? Like, Dallas had historically bad defenses under Tony Romo. I'm actually a big-time Tony Romo apologist. Big time. Could you imagine if Tony Romo actually had a defense like this? With the offense he had also in Dallas? In those years, he carried the team to 8-8 and 9-7 records. Teams that overachieve only because he was that good. Like, the Dallas Cowboys would actually have been in at least 2 Super Bowls if Tony Romo had a defense as good as the one they have this year. It's amazing. Everything in the NFL is circumstantial. It really is. It really, really is. But Cowboy fans need to chill out, man. Stop talking reckless. Like y'all aren't going to win the Super Bowl this year. You're not going to beat the Rams or the Saints in the playoffs on the road. Let's chill out. I'm not a Saints fan myself, but I'm also talking real talk there. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But otherwise, it's a real good game. I mean, the officials were kind of shitty yesterday, but it was actually a really good game though overall. To be totally honest with you, so I'm not wasn't disappointed there, but still got another 5 weeks to go. Football to go. It's gonna be a fun week. Conference championship Saturday is here. I'm depressed because college football's almost over. I mean, this is the end of the year. By the way, I'm really glad I didn't bet tonight's game, the Pac-12 championship. I was going to take the over on the game, and I'm glad I didn't do that because the game, I think last time was 3-0 in the third quarter. Yeah, thank God for that. So I'm glad I bet that game. I might bet the games tomorrow though. Alabama to cover probably, who I think will be Georgia. They'll get a spot in the playoff. I think Clemson take care of business. They'll beat Pittsburgh without a problem. They'll get a spot in the playoff. Notre Dame's ready to shoot when to get in. So obviously the fourth spot is going to be up for grabs. By Georgia losing tomorrow to Alabama, like I expect, obviously that comes down to Oklahoma and Ohio State. So the game of the day really is Oklahoma and Texas. And I think as long as Oklahoma does their job, they're in. Ohio State's loss to Purdue is going to hang heavy. I'm sorry, that loss was a bad loss. And you got Buckeye fans I see on Twitter all the time saying, "Oh, but we beat Michigan, and we have all these really good wins." That's cool. The Big Ten ain't that good this year. Let's face it. The Big Ten is not good this year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can argue the Big Ten might be the third worst conference this year in college football. I would rank it SEC 1, of course, by a long shot. Second conference, best conference. Honestly, I think the Pac-12 has been better this year than the Big Ten. And they don't have it. And the worst part, they have no reputation in the playoffs this year. But yet, I also think they're a better conference overall than the Big Ten, outside of Ohio State and Michigan doing what they did. But the teams below them were really, really overrated, in my opinion. So, as long as Oklahoma does their job tomorrow, and I think Oklahoma's going to blow out Texas, to be honest with you. Everybody thinks I'm crazy for saying that, but I think Oklahoma's going to blow out Texas. So, I think your final selection Sunday, your Final Four is going to be Bama 1, Clemson 2, Notre Dame 3, who I can't stand, but whatever. And 4 will be the Oklahoma Sooners. And by the way, I'm excited about that because I really want to see Oklahoma against Alabama in the first round of the playoff. I really want to see that. The over-run that game should be at least 81 points, at least. So there's that. Okay, before I go here, got my best bets. I got to write it down here because I'm driving the car and I really can't switch screens while I'm driving here. So my best bets, I do every week. I pick 5 games every week. I believe you guys should gamble on, which I think actually is a good bet. I'm doing pretty good this year for the most part. I went 3-2 last week again. I bounced back from the week before. I went 1-4. My worst week of the year. Went 3-2 last week. By the way, I don't know if I told you this on the podcast or here or at any point. I was so pissed at the Giant game last week after they blew it to the Eagles in the first half. In that first half, that I angrily last week at 4:00 did a 4-game parlay and hit all 4 games and did pretty good on the payout too. I took Miami with the points with Indy. I took Miami on the under, which I got by half point, or by 1 point, should I say. I took Denver, Pittsburgh on the under, and barely got that by the Denver INT at the end of the game. And I also took the Chargers minus 14 against Arizona, and all 4 games hit. So that at least cheered me up last week from the Giants game, at least. So there's that. Okay, here we go. My picks. Best bets. Number 1, I am taking the Browns plus 6 in Houston. This is a underrated. Is that really actually a word? This is an underrated game actually for this Sunday. Browns in Houston. I think Houston win the game, but I think Baker Mayfield. I think the Browns are going to keep that game close. I think they'll keep it close. I like the Browns plus 6 in Houston. I also like the Panthers in Tampa minus 3.5 in Tampa against the Bucks. Carolina needs this game badly. So I like Carolina again to take care of business, or else their season is gonna be a down the toilet. If you see the schedule too, you'll understand why I'm saying that. So give me Carolina, of course, over the Bucks to cover 3.5 points. I like the Chiefs, Kansas City, even without Kareem Hunt. I like the Chiefs minus 15 to cover over the Raiders. The Raiders are the worst team in football. John Gruden sucks. Give me the Chiefs to cover, even without Kareem Hunt. Chiefs still trying to stay ahead of the Patriots to make sure they have home field advantage for the playoffs. Give me the Chiefs minus 15 here. I like the Seattle Seahawks to cover 10 points against the San Francisco 49ers. The Seahawks, of course, are right now battling for the 6th seed or one of the wildcard spots anyway, in the NFC. San Francisco's pretty much locked it in. They're chasing the first pick of the draft. I love Seattle in the spot. They need to win this game, of course, to keep winning. Their schedule also is pretty easy moving forward. So give me Seattle also minus 10 over San Francisco. And finally, I like the Colts. See, I got my picks here on the paper. I would actually say the picks on the I put on the phone all the time. If I switch over while I'm doing the show live, I can't really do it. So I write on paper. Finally, though, give me the Colts minus 4. Andrew Luck walks into Jacksonville and beats down the Jaguars, and Cody Kessler, who's making his first start as the quarterback of the Jaguars. I don't think it'll matter. Give me the Colts minus 4. Also, I think Jalen Ramsey is missing that game. Is also out for that game, I believe. So, and they packed it in. They're done. They packed it in. The Jags are done. So once again, to review the picks this week, week 13, best bets. Earnestly Speaking Media, best bets. Give me the Browns plus 6 in Houston. Give me the Panthers minus 3.5 over Tampa. I also like the Kansas City Chiefs minus 15, big spread AFC West showdown over the shitty Oakland Raiders. Give me the Seattle Seahawks, of course, minus 10, NFC West showdown over the Niners, who are packed it in already. And finally, the Colts minus 4 over the Cody Kessler-led Jacksonville Jaguars. That's it for me. I'm about to be home a little bit. My throat's starting to go away again. Fucking AC and no water in the car either, so. Again, this podcast also, you can't watch it here, of course, on Periscope or on Twitter. This is also podcasted on audio, too, on the Earnestly Unfiltered podcast, which is on iTunes. Check out Earnestly Podcast as well, too. There's some great shows this week as well. Some great shows you'll check out this week. Over the weekend, of course. So, All right, guys. Love you guys. Take care. And I guess I'll see you next Monday. Take care.